How do you generate 530 or 540 plus deals with an average sales price of like over $1 million? What's going on?
I always go after any type of business, which I think helped me plant the seed, 10 and 20 years ago. I'll do a rental for you. If it's a bank, I'll do a free valuation or occupancy check. Just think of me whenever you think of real estate. And I think that's really come to fruition, especially the last few years. Nothing is too small for us. And one of our mottos is we really try to treat that first-time buyer or rental client just like $1 million client and give everyone the same 5-star service, because we believe our currency is referrals and reviews at the end and not just commission.
As unsexy as it sounds, if I boiled everything down to what we do really exceptionally, extraordinarily well, we focus on the absolute basics. We've got 75% of our company right now, every day, tracking number of contacts made. There's 310 people in our organization today. So some, their goal is 15 contacts a day, some it's 25, some based on their database or their business, or they just moved to that city, they're having to make 30 and 40 contacts a day. But the one thing that we're doing extraordinarily well is holding it accountable. How many contacts? And then from there, when they're making enough contacts every day, then we can start looking at, okay, great. How's the conversion rate? Are we converting those contacts to contracts?
You're tracking a lot of stuff. You're tracking every conversation that's had. You're tracking the leads that come in. You're tracking activity. What are you doing to track that activity? What tools are you using to do that?
We use a system called CallRail. That's how I use to be able to listen to the calls after and send the call to each agent so they can listen to it, and they know, if they were saying the right things. But obviously, when it comes to leads, just make sure that all the leads are in the system, that make sure that, they are tagged correctly. Within Command, we do use, we have the different sections, so the different stages that we use for every lead, and making sure, they just move them to the correct, stage in order for us to know exactly where they are working at with each lead that they're working with.
You need to have really 3 or 4 main sources of business for buyers and sellers. We really throw a lot of energy and effort into our database with events and touches, and spend a lot of money on them too. Mass media is our number 2. So that's radio, direct mail, like real advertising, marketing, let's say, brand awareness. Number 3, closely following, is open houses. We've been really hitting open houses for the last 24 months, and amid COVID, they were great because we would have 100 people come to them. It was crazy. And then number 4, nurture follow-ups for sellers, meaning we're calling around neighborhoods and finding people who are interested in moving in 12 to 24 months, and then we stay in touch with them. And through, video emails, market updates, we're keeping them updated on the market.
Anytime you're thinking about internet lead generation, you want to try to start with the numbers in mind. And you want to kind of start with, is there either amount of money I can spend, or is there a transaction goal that I have in mind, right? And so a lot of times agents are starting with, well, I have, let's say I have $100 to spend, or I have $500 to spend a month. So if that's the case, then you're entering in with, all right, well, I know what I'm going to spend and how much ads I'm going to generate. If the reverse is true, like I know I want to try to get a closing a month, you can walk backwards. You can go, well, I want a closing a month. If it's 1% converting, I need 100 leads. And let me kind of ask around and figure out what is the average cost per lead, so I know how many leads I need to be generating. So you start with that plan, right? How many leads do I want to generate, or what is my budget? So I have an idea of my goal. Always begin with the end in mind.